Today, is your spiritual path using a spiritual stick or a springboard? Up to you. So, we've all been in a position where we're a little uncomfortable, but we're going to go through a process and we know it's going to improve ourselves. But what is our motivation? Because, that's our intention and inevitably the result we're going to get from that intention and how much effort and energy we put into this next process that we're coming up with. So feel free to bring to mind a process or, see what your path has been like in the past, and hopefully we can make a shift. So say you're going to a meditation retreat or something to improve yourself, but are you using the spiritual stick? A big black stick that's just pushing you. Oh, I suppose I have to do it, and it's not really, it's almost like the divine is dragging you and trying to get you to improve yourself. Usually that's people who just want to feel better rather than actually do the work to feel better all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of those, and people haven't quite made the distinction between the two. So hopefully this provides a little bit of clarity. So if we're using the spiritual stick to get off the diving board, then sure, we're going to get wet, but we're going to go down because we're not really setting a great intention. It's just something fun to do, maybe hang out with some nice people, but am I going to learn and grow from this? Whereas if we choose to potentially get excited about go through this new process, hey, it might be tricky at times, but we know that in the future we're going to clear out a bunch of stuff, so then we're going to have more energy for our future path to use efficiently. So if we choose to jump and do it with happiness, peace, love and joy, then we're naturally going to rise and jump into our path, and sure, we might find ourselves down in the pool down here at some point, but hey, at least we've experienced the ups, so then the downs are much easier to handle. And of course, once we've got this in place as part of our, in a way, spiritual strategy, that next process we can take, well, guess what? The high is still amazing, but then the low has come down to here because we've already cleared out a bunch of that gunk from the past, whether that be emotional stuff that we've stored, or the story that in our minds, or actual physical gunk that is causing all of those problems. And then of course next time we come to a new process, we're doing it with a beautiful perception. Even if we do drop down to here, well then hey, if we just choose to control our mind and say, alright, at least I'm learning from this, it's purifying me and I'm going to learn and grow from it, then we're more likely to come back for more at a higher level and keep going on our path that's going to gain momentum. Then we're coming up to the highs, and then our lows are a lot higher than where we started from. Makes sense, right? And it's all down to perception. We might have had troubled times and we're not feeling so great about the downs that have been realized by going up. But if we choose to change that, ideally, if we can change that fear, which is at like 120 vibration, and we turn that into excitement, then that one's at like 500. Wow, that's a big jump from here up to here. Then we don't have to go down and up as much anymore. Doesn't that seem to make sense? Yeah. So, swap the fear, choose to control it, and turn it into something divine and excitement. Then we really raise our energy, our emotions, and then we start to raise the level and use the much more positive springboard rather than the stick. So, how about we change our perception to the springboard?